Video we're going to do a ratio. Now with a ratio, if you remember, if I did something like 25, or sorry, let's do 50 to 2, you really want that to show as 25, like something like this, to get a ratio aspect. So we're going to have to kind of do a couple things to get this to show. First of all, we've got two problems, and most people can do this, but when you have to look at the formula, a lot of times you do some mental math in your head. So the first thing you're going to do is, if you hit, you're going to look for the greatest common denominator between these two numbers. Okay, so if I do GCD and I click on this first cell and I click on the second cell, you can see that I can find what the greatest common denominator is between these two. So if I do that, I know it's 15. But I still need it to show the data in the second one. So what we have to do is we have to manipulate our formula to kind of show it the way we want. So the one thing is, we've got two problems separated by a colon. So the first thing I'm going to do, since I've got my first part, since I know that A2 is the greatest common denominator between these two is 15, I'm going to convince it to put in a colon behind it. So if I just did this section right here, you're going to see now I've got 15 and I've got the colon. So now I just really needed to finish that last problem. So I'm going to once again put an and. So I've got my first problem, and then I've got displaying this colon, and now I'm going to do my second part of the formula. So I'm going to do B2, and again, oops, sorry, I'm going to do a greatest common divisor or denominator here of my second set. So it's A2 and B2. Now you're going to see that once I do this, I have a ratio. Now you're going to see first problem, so I'm looking at this, greatest common divisor between these two, got a colon, which is in the middle, and then I've got my B2, and I'm looking for the greatest common divisor between these. Now the beauty of this is, once I have this, I can just copy my formula down, right? So some of these you can see really quickly, like this one. You would probably be trying to figure out what numbers go into these things for a while, but really that is as broken down as it can get. Whereas this one, you're going to see you would have saved yourself a lot of time just by using this formula. So that formula is handy, but that is how you go about it.